Hello and welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor, and today, it's a daytime reading. Today I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. This is a horoscope for Capricorn. If Capricorn is your solar, lunar, ascendant/rising sign, then this is a message for you. Okay, let's get started. Okay, let's see what these tea leaves have to say today. I'm so used to reading at night, I keep thinking, oh, tonight. Well, no, it's not. It's the middle of the day. Okay, and so our card is the Ace of Swords. We have a lot of power here. Kind of a very sharp mind. The beginning of a new process, maybe a new project. Very keen decision making. I always think of the Ace of Swords as being like that thing that just cuts through all of the weeds, the overgrowth, all that stuff. Get it out of here. We're going to think clearly. Get it done. All right, so this one's really interesting to me. I have to say, I am often amazed at the way that the tea leaves kind of reveal themselves. Maybe partially my mind has gotten better at looking for formations and symbols. My imagination's gotten a little bit better. But sometimes the leaves really just spell it out. And there's no denying that you can, that there's something there. So here we have, it looks like a line of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people. Okay. Now I want to say, I think this maybe is not 5 individuals, but stages of a process. I see something going on where they are carrying, I don't know what that is, but they're carrying, each one of them looks to be carrying something. Okay. And actually we have 5, maybe 6, another person down here. This one looks like they're kind of bending over. This one looks like they're bending backwards. Okay. So what comes to mind immediately for me is kind of taking control of a situation here. Okay. Things begin out of whack, right? Nobody is willing to make a decision which way to go. This could be a pretty serious thing going on. This could be something as simple as, what do you all want for dinner? And nobody will decide. This is one of my problems constantly. Often I just decide because I don't even want to talk about it. As mom, as the one that cooks often, I just, we're just going to do what mom wants. But that feeling of trying to get everybody on the same page, that's really the point. And it's hard. So I feel like it's kind of been a bit of a struggle here. Okay. I do see we have a good amount of spreading of the leaves, some anxieties. Okay. A bit of maybe mental, emotional chaos involved. Now, I do feel like you have, and this one even looks like it's kind of bending over and looking up towards the sky. You can see the hand is kind of raised here. And I think it's almost kind of like this feeling of praying to the universe, like, oh my goodness, what are we gonna do here? Come on, you know, I need a sign. I need some kind of inspiration. How do I get everybody together here? I feel like this is maybe, you know, like a family thing. This might be some kind of, you know, somebody in the family, everybody's kind of getting together to figure out, like, what are we gonna do with mom? You know, where are we gonna go for the holidays? What, you know, whatever it is. Maybe there's some kind of event happening, a vacation to everybody's going. Maybe there's like a wedding coming up. Whatever it is, there's some amount of planning, decision making. Okay. It feels more serious than it is. So I don't think that this is something, at first I thought maybe this is like, you know, mom's getting older, dad's getting older. We got to figure out where are they going to go live. You know, this is like one of the big things in families, right? Is when the dynamics start to change and people need more help, more care, and trying to decide, how is this going to work? What is this going to look like? But I don't think that this is necessarily the case here. I think this is something that is a little more elective. And what I mean by that is, you know, if it's like a wedding or a vacation, yeah, maybe this is a tradition. This is something that we do. This is something that is necessary as far as, you know, kind of a communal ritual ceremony. But it's elective in the sense that you don't have to do it, right? It's not something that has to be done. It's something we choose to do. And so involving people who are making all kinds of decisions, that can start to get, you know, complex. And it's hard when nobody wants to just say what it is. Just tell me what you're thinking, right? So, as a Capricorn, I think that you're one of the people that really often has to step in and be like, okay, here's, on paper, here are all the things that need to be done. These are all of the goals we need to meet. We got to decide on this, this, and this. Let's get our itinerary together, financials, you know, whatever. All of the different moving parts. Get it written down, make a system. And you're good at doing that, okay? And that's where that Ace of Swords really comes in. Cutting through all of the chaos of it. Okay, now I do see we're starting to get into this where everybody's standing upright, everybody's kind of in a row, they're holding maybe presents, flowers, maybe for a wedding, right? You know, whatever it is. But I think that at the end of the day, you're gonna get it together. Is there some amount of annoyance, stress? Yes, I'm not gonna lie to you. It seems like it. Seems like some definite anxieties, but I think that it's gonna all come together, okay? And as this happens, I think with you kind of in charge of some things, or at least being the auditor of the situation, you're going to be the one to help clear out space, get rid of all the unnecessary stuff. Okay. You know, and really also help facilitate some of the communication here. You might not always be so inclined to communicate with others. You might be fairly reserved, but you move with intention. So when it comes down to it, you are somebody who's really good at, again, facilitating a situation where things get done. You know, sitting everybody down, telling them what needs to be decided. We're not going to get lost in the arguments and the, you know, talking about other things and getting up and going and having, you know, snacks and drinks and whatever. we got to get this done right now, right? And you're that person. You're probably like that at work as well. Maybe you volunteer or you run some kind of club or whatever it is. You're good at wrangling people, okay? Now, on the other side of all of this, we're happy. It's getting, you know, there's things are getting done. But I also see we have like a little bed right here. And I'm fully thinking, you know, you're gonna be depleted after all this. I see a person kind of standing looking at the stars up here. Maybe even a person here kind of standing looking. And I feel like after you get through some of the stuff, please go and take a little break for yourself. Get some rest. Take a moment, take an afternoon off, whatever you need to do. Because I feel like when you have a lot of intense interactions, even if they're fun, right? You just end up feeling very physically, emotionally, and spiritually tired. Okay? That's not just an introverted thing. That's, you know, there's a lot of different people and different configurations that definitely feel a drain of any, you know, just being around people, but especially having to kind of guide people through things. Okay. And I think that, you know, you probably, I feel that there's a sense of really looking forward to some things that are coming up for you, for your family, collectively. Okay. So, you know, just really paying attention to how you're feeling physically, making sure, you know, you're eating what is well for you. Okay. And the intentional movement where you can to your level of ability, and definitely the sleep, right? Making sure that you are getting restful sleep, not just sleep, restful sleep. Okay. Having a good bedtime routine, getting enough, you know, and it's different for everybody. So there's no right or wrong way, just that you know that you are feeling at least well, right? Okay, so I'm looking at this, and I do, and I am seeing kind of a boat here. So I wonder if there will be some travel coming up pretty soon. And I'm wondering if this is not related, but this seems like it could be either work related or just kind of a short trip for yourself. I'm also seeing kind of a symbol for, well, it could be, I think, a Cancer person, maybe a Cancer person in your life. And I feel like, I almost wonder if you're traveling to see a Cancer person or if you will be traveling with one, because I see a person kind of looking up at the symbol here. And I could see you spending some time together. I also see a person holding a crescent, another indicator that we have that lunar energy. So I wonder, I feel like this is like a good friend that maybe is in some kind, in one of their major placements that they have Cancer somewhere in there, but they are also, they just really exhibit a lot of that kind of watery, subdued to some point, but also quite emotional, very intelligent. Okay. And I think that when you get together, You know, and I don't mean this, it's not derogatory, because I am also kind of very much a nerdy person, but you like to nerd out with this friend. Like, you have some really like profoundly deep interests in whatever it is, if it's like video games or you know, maybe like, I don't, for some reason like 3D models came in my mind for a second, but building something, you playing games, you know, maybe you both have like a shared interest in like, you know, some kind of outdoor activity, whatever it is. You really love coming together because you both have such a passion, and you maybe are the only two within your friends group or your families that kind of are into this thing. So you can really talk deeply and for long periods of time about whatever it is that your interests, you know, wherever that shared interest is. We also have a heart here. So I just feel like there's an overall sense of ease in life right now. There's happiness. There's love. Okay. And although we have the Ace of Swords, there's not a lot of overthinking things. You are operating off of a place of knowing and getting things done. Okay. I don't think that you're worrying too much about things that are outside of what's directly going on. I think where you're more of the anxiety is about trying to just get everybody together and doing the thing. Okay. All right. So we have okay, so I kind of almost see we have a little bit of a hook here, okay? And I feel like, I don't know, immediately my thinking goes to just like a deep love affair maybe. A sense of being really hooked on somebody or something. And I think that this is definitely, I mean, it's consensual. There's, you know, not like somebody has their hooks in you, but I think that it's like you were really hooked up on something, someone. Okay. And I think that it's pretty small, but I think that this is something that's really emerging within all this kind of happy alignment. And you're allowing it more space in your life because you are feeling pretty good. And although you're usually very focused on work stuff, and that's still there, but I think that, you know, there's a place that's really, you're going into a focus as well on this really kind of lovely, pleasurable courtship or kind of hot and spicy period of your relationship. And if you are single, and this could be with yourself, totally. You know, a really strong unification with the interior beloved. Okay. All right. And I'm going to go ahead and we are going to look at the lightness of being affirmation cards. And this is the earth element. I'm pointing at the letters as I read. I'm just realizing it because we read with my daughter, obviously, and like always like pointing at the letters, so the words as we go. So I kind of do that with everything now. Okay, so I'm gonna just kind of stop where it feels right, and actually we're gonna go back here because this one feels right. All right, that one's beautiful. This I really like. Oops, I really like this. This lady, this fairy, maybe because I have dark brown hair as well. And this says, divine offering, harmony, meditate upon your heart dreams. Be eager for a wonderful new life to unfurl. I like that. I feel like I'm smiling from the inside out reading that. I like that idea. Heart dreams. Yeah. And, you know, I think this has to do maybe with this relationship, but also just kind of feeling confident in your position within your family, within your life, within your work. And, you know, I feel like it really does feel like aspects of your life are very new and lovely feeling. A quite lovely life emerging. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and say thank you so much for spending this time with me. It has been such an honor to be able to bring these messages to you. If you'd be so kind as to like the video, it helps us get into the algorithm. And as we know, the algorithm kind of decides everything about the world these days. So, the internet world, I guess I should say. And so we like to give it what it likes and what it wants, what it needs. And that is interaction, engagement. Things like liking the video, watching the readings from the beginning to the end, sharing the readings on other social media platforms. Of course, you don't have to do any of these things, but I like to mention them so you know like how you can support the channel if you are so inclined. And these are really easy ways to do that. Other than that, if you haven't subscribed, please think about doing so, and you can hit that little bell. When you subscribe, it will let you know when the next videos are coming out. Other than that, if you want to leave a comment, I read all of them. I appreciate every single one of them. They truly make my day. They keep me wanting to do these readings. I love hearing from you all. And I reply back to each of them. So sometimes it takes me a day or two. Definitely come back and check if you want to see what I have to say. And yeah, I hope you have a wonderful, it's going to be the weekend coming up when after this comes out. I think yes, it will be coming out on Friday. So, or whenever you watch this. Of course, these are timeless readings. So whenever you watch them, they are activated. They don't apply to any specific time or place, except for when you witness them. So I thank you. And I look forward to us talking again in just a few days.